Hey everyone, Quinn here with Sebastian and Louisa. How are we feeling about winter break, guys?
Good.
Feeling very, very good here. We hope you're feeling good and we hope you're enjoying time with your family this time of year. Welcome to Act 2 of The Tempest. And I have to start with a confession. If you were with us for Act 1, you actually didn't see the last 4 minutes of Act 1 because we were having trouble exporting it, some technical difficulties. So tonight's performance will actually begin with the last 4 minutes of Act 1, Scene 2, where young Ferdinand and Miranda meet for the first time. And then it's going to jump into Act 2. I actually took the lead on editing Act 1 with a lot of help from students, but I was the main video editor. Act 2 is completely edited by students. So I want to start with a shout out to Tate Zalesnik and Abby Bachman. Good job, you guys, yes. Tate edited Act 2, Scene 1. Abby edited Act 2, Scene 2. And I can't even tell you how many hours those two put into it. Another shout out to a parent, or I should say parent alum, Ann Brode, has been with us for a long time. She is our costumes mentor, and she and her daughter, CET alum Emily Brode, extracted all of the costumes from our building, stored them at Ann Brode's house, and helped us with all of the contactless drop-offs. So all of the contactless drop-offs, the green screens, props, costumes, all happened out of Ann Brode's house, and we are so, so thankful for all that she has given, both leading our costumes crew and helping with the logistics of the show. Huge shout out to Ann Brode and the Brode family, and to all of your families. We hope you enjoy Act 2. You guys want to say something? Happy holidays and enjoy the show. See you guys.
Diddy does remember my drowned mother. There is no mortal business, nor no sound that the earth owes. I hear it now above me.
The fringed curtains of thine eye advance, and say what thou seest yond.
What is it? A spirit? Lord, how it looks about! Believe me, ma'am, it carries a brave form, but 'tis a spirit.
No, Miranda, it eats and sleeps and hath such senses as we have.
I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble.
It goes on, I see, as my soul prompts it. Spirit, fine spirit, I'll free thee within 2 days for this.
Most sure the goddess on whom these airs attend. My prime request, which I do last pronounce, is, oh, you wonder if you be maid or no.
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
My language! Heavens, I'm the best that speak this speech were I but where 'tis spoken.
How, the best? What wert thou if the Queen of Naples heard thee?
A single thing as I'm now that wonders to hear thee speak of Naples. She does hear me, and that she does I weep. For myself am Naples, who with mine eyes never since at ebb beheld the Queen, my mother, wrecked.
Alack for mercy!
Yes, faith in all of his lords, the Duke of Milan and his brave son being twain.
The Duchess of Milan and her more braver daughter could control thee, if now 'twere fit to do it. At the first sight, they have changed eyes. Delicate Ariel, I'll set thee free for this. A word, good sir. I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word.
Why speaks my mother so ungently? This is the second man that ever I saw, the first ever I sighed for. Pity move my mother to be inclined my way.
Oh, if a virgin and your affection not gone forth, I'll make you the Queen of Naples.
One word more. They are both in either's powers. But this swift business I must uneasy make, lest too light winning make the prize light. Soft, sir, one word more. Thou hast put thyself upon this island as a spy, to win it from me, Lord, on it.
No, as I am a man.
There's nothing ill that can dwell in such a temple. If the ill spirit have so fair a house, good things will strive to dwell with it.
Follow me. Speak not you for him. He's a traitor. Come, I'll manacle thy neck and feet together.
No. I will resist such entertainment till mine enemy has more power.
Oh, dear mother, make not too rash a trial of him, for he is gentle and not fearful.
Put up thy sword, traitor, for I can here disarm thee with this stick and make thy weapon drop.
Beseech you, mother.
Hence, hang not on my garments.
Have pity, I'll be his surety.
Silence. Thou thinkst there are no more such shapes as he, having seen but him and Caliban? Foolish wench, to the most of men this is a Caliban, and they to him are angels.
My affections then are most humble. I have no ambition to see a goodlier man.
My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. My mother's loss, the weakness which I feel, the wreck of all my friends, nor this woman's threats to whom I am subdued are but light to me. Might I but through a prison once a day behold this maid, all corners else of the earth let liberty make use of. Space enough have I in such a prison.
It works. Come, thou hast done well, fine spirit. Follow me.
Be of comfort, sir. My mother's of a better nature than she appears by speech. This was unwanted, which now came from her.
Thou shalt be free as mountain winds, but then exactly do all points of my command.
To the syllable.
Come, follow. Speak not for him.
Beseech you, madam, be merry. You have cause, so have we all of joy. For our escape is much beyond our loss. Our hint of woe is common. Every day some sailor's wife, the master of some merchant, and the merchant have just our theme of woe. But for the miracle, our preservation, few in millions can speak like us. Then wisely, good queen, weigh our sorrow with our comfort.
Prithee, peace. Comfort like cold porridge.
But Gonzalo will not give him over so.
Look, he's winding up the watch of his wit. By and by it will strike.
When every grief is entertained that's offered comes to the entertainer.
Fie, what a spendthrift is he of his tongue.
Prithee, spare.
Well, I have done. But yet...
We'll be talking.
Which of he or Adrian, for a good wager, first begins to crow?
The old cock.
The cockerel.
Done. The wager?
A laughter.
A match. Though this island seemed to be desert. So you're paid.
Uninhabitable and almost inaccessible.
Yet.
She could not miss it.
It must needs be of subtle, tender, and delicate temperance.
Temperance was a delicate wench.
The air breathes upon us here most sweetly.
Here is everything most advantageous to life.
True, save means to live.
That there's none, nor little.
How lush and lusty the grass looks. How green. But the rarity of it is that our garments, being as they were, drenched in the sea, well, notwithstanding their freshness and glosses, being rather new dyed and stained wet by salt water. Methinks our garments are now as fresh as when we were first in Africa, at the marriage of the queen's fair daughter Claribel to the king of Tunis.
'Twas a sweet marriage, and we prosper well in our return.
Tunis was never graced with such a queen.
Madam, we were just talking that our garments seem now as fresh as when we were at Africa, at the marriage of your daughter, who is now queen. Is not, your highness, my doublet as fresh as the first day I wore it? I mean, when I wore it at your daughter's marriage?
You cram these words into my ears against the stomach of my sense. Would I never have married my daughter there? Becoming thence, my son is lost.
Madam, he may live. I saw him beat the surges under him, and ride upon their backs. He trod the water, whose enmity he flung aside, and breasted the surge most swoln that met him. His bold head both the contentious waves he kept, and oared himself with his good arms in lusty stroke. I not doubt he came alive to land.
No. No, he's gone.
Madam, you may thank yourself for this great loss, that would not bless our nation with your daughter, but rather lose her to an African, where she is banished from your eye who have caused what grief on't.
I prithee, peace.
You were kneeled to and importuned otherwise by all of us, and the fair soul herself. And now we have lost your son, I fear, forever. Milan and Naples have more widows in them of this business making than we bring men to comfort them. The fault's your own.
So is the dearest of the loss.
My dear Sebastia, the truth you speak doth lack some gentleness and time to speak it in. You rub the sore when you should bring the plaster.
Very well.
It is foul weather in us all, good queen, when you are cloudy. Had I plantation on this isle, my lord, and were king on it, what would I do?
Escape being drunk for want of wine.
In the commonwealth, I would by contraries execute all things. For no kind of traffic would I admit, no name of magistrate. Letters should not be known. Riches, poverty, and use of service, none. Contract, succession, born, bond of land, till, vineyard, none. No use of metal, corn, or wine, or oil. No occupation. All men idle, all. And women too, but innocent and pure. No sovereignty.
Yet he would be king on't.
All things in common nature should produce without sweat or endeavor. Felony, treason, sword, pike, knife, gun, or need of any engine would I not have. But nature should bring forth, of its own kind, all abundance to feed my innocent people.
No marrying among his subjects.
None, all idle, whores and knaves. Long live Gonzalo!
Do you mark me, your highness?
Prithee, no more. Thou dost talk nothing to me.
Such sensible and nimble lungs they use to laugh at nothing.
'Twas you we laughed at.
Who in this kind of merry fooling am nothing to you, so you may continue and laugh at nothing still.
What a blow was there given?
Do you laugh me to sleep? For I am heavy.
And hear us.
Also soon asleep? I wish mine eyes would with themselves shut up my thoughts. Find they're inclined to do so.
Not amid the heavy offer of it. It seldom visits sorrow. When it doth, it is a comforter.
We too, my queen, will guard your person while you take your rest and watch your safety.
Thank you. Wonders heavy.
Drowsiness possesses them.
It is the quality of the climate.
Why doth it not then our eyelids sink? I find not myself disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble. They fell together all as by a thunderstroke. What might, worthy Sebastia? Oh, what might? No more. And yet, methinks I see it in thy face, what thou shouldst be. My strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head.
What is it thou didst say? Prithee, say on.
Thus, madam, the queen, her son's alive. 'Tis as impossible that he's undrowned, and she that sleeps here swims.
I have no hope that he's undrowned.
Oh, out of that no hope, what great hope have you? Will you grant with me that Ferdinand is drowned?
He's gone.
Then tell me, who is the next heir of Naples?
Clarabelle?
She that is queen of Tunis? She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life? She that from Naples can have no note, unless the sun were post, and by that destiny to perform an act whereof what's past is prologue, what to come in yours, in my discharge.
What stuff is this? How say you?
Say this were death that now hath seized them. Why, they were no worse than now they are. Oh, that you bore the mind that I do! What a sleep were this fear advancement! Do you understand me?
Methinks I do.
And how does your content tend to your own good fortune?
I remember you did supplant your sister Prospera.
True, and look how well my garments sit upon me, much feeder than before. My sister servants were then my fellows. Now they are my men.
But for your conscience.
Aye, madam. Realize that. Here lies your sister, no better than the earth she lies upon. If she were that which now she's like, that's dead, whom I, with this obedient steel, could lay to bed forever, whiles you, doing thus to the perpetual wink, for I might put this ancient morsel, this Sir Prudence, who should not upbraid our course.
Thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent. As thou gotst Milan, I'll come by Naples. One stroke shall free thee from the tribute which thou payest, and I, the queen, shall love thee.
Draw together, and when I rear my hand, do you the like on Gonzalo.
Oh, but one word.
My master through her art foresees this danger, that you her friend are in, and sends me forth, for else her project dies, to keep them living.
While you hear to snoring lie, open-eyed conspiracy his time doth take. If of life you keep a care, shake off slumber and beware. Awake! Awake!
Oh, good angels, preserve the queen!
What? How now? Oh, awake! Why are you drawn? Wherefore this ghastly looking?
What's the matter?
Whilst we stood here securing your repose, even now we heard a hollow burst of bellowing, like bulls, or rather lions. Did not wake you? It struck mine ear most terribly.
I heard nothing.
Oh, 'twas a din to fright a monster's ear, to make an earthquake. Sure, it was the roar of a whole herd of lions.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
Upon mine honor, madam, I heard a humming, and a strange one at that, which did awake me. I shaked you, madam, and cried, and mine eyes opened. I saw their weapons drawn. There was a noise. That's verily. 'Tis best we stand upon our guard, or that we quit this place. Let's draw our weapons.
Lead off this ground. Let's make further search for my poor son.
Heavens, keep him from these beasts, for he is sure in this isle.
Lead away.
Prospera, my lady, shall know what I have done. So, queen, go safely on to seek thy son.
All the infection hedgehog's fens flats, on Prospera fall and make her by inch meal a disease. Our spirits hear me, and yet I needs must curse. For every trifle they are set upon me, sometimes like apes that mow and chatter at me, and after bite me, then like hedgehogs fly tumbling in my barefoot way, and mount their pricks at my footfall. Sometimes I am all wound with adders, who with cloven tongues do hiss me into madness. Lo now, lo, here comes a spirit at first to torment me from bringing wood in slowly. I will fall flat, perchance he will not mind me.
Here's neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all. And another storm brewing. Yon same black cloud, yon huge one, looks like a foul bombard that would shed his liquor. What have we here? A man or a fish? Dead or alive? Oh, a fish. He smells like a fish. A very ancient and fish-like smell. A strange fish. Were I in England now, as once I was, and had but this fish painted, not a holiday fool there but would give a piece of silver. Legs like a man, and fins like arms. Warm, O my troth, I do now let loose my opinion, hold it no longer. This is no fish, but an islander, that hath lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Alas, the storm is back again. My best way is to creep under his gabardine. There is no other shelter hereabouts. Ugh. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows.
I sail no more to sea, here shall I die ashore, here shall I die ashore. This is a very scurvy tune to sing at a woman's funeral, but here's my comfort. The master, the swabber, the boatswain and I, the gunner and his mate, loved Moll and Meg and Marian and Marjorie, but none of us cared for Kate, for she had a tongue with a tang, would cry to a sailor, go hang! She loved not the savor of tar nor of pig, she had a tailor might scratch her where she did itch. Then to the sea, boys, and let her go hang. Then to the sea, boys, and let her go hang. Then to the sea, boys, and let her go hang. This is a scurvy tune too, but here's my comfort.
Do not torment me. Oh!
What's the matter? Have we devils here? I have not escaped drowning, to be afeard now of your 4 legs.
The spirit torments me. Oh!
This is some monster of the isle who hath got, as I take it, an ague. I will give him some relief. Where the devil should he learn our language? If I can recover him, and keep him tame and get to Naples with him, he's a present for any emperor.
Do not torment me, I prithee. I'll bring my wood home faster.
He's in his fit now and does not talk after the wisest. But I will give him some relief. If I can recover him and keep him tame, he shall pay for him that hath him, and that soundly.
Thou dost me yet but little hurt. Thou wilt anon. I can see it in thy trembling. Now, Prospero works upon thee.
Come on your ways. Open your mouth. Here's that which will give language to you, cat. Open your mouth. This will shake your shaking. I can tell you, and that soundly. You cannot tell who's your friend. Open your chaps again.
I should know that voice. It should be. But he is drowned, and these are devils. Oh, defend me.
4 legs, and 2 voices. A most delicate monster. His forward voice is to speak well of his friend. His backward voice is to utter foul speeches and to detract. If all the wine in my bottle will recover him, I will help his ague. Come, amen. I will pour some in thy other mouth.
Stefano!
Doth thy other mouth call me? Mercy, mercy, this is a devil, and no monster. I will leave him. I have no long spoon.
Stefano, if thou beest Stefano, touch me and speak to me, for I am Trinculo, thy good friend Trinculo.
If thou beest Trinculo, come forth. I will pull thee by the lesser legs. If any be Trinculo's legs, these are they. Thou art very Trinculo indeed. How camest thou to be the siege of this mooncalf? Can he vent Trinculos?
I took him to be killed by a thunderstroke. But art thou not drowned, Stefano? I hope now thou art not drowned. Is the storm overblown? I hid me under the dead mooncalf's gabardine for fear of the storm. But art thou living, Stefano? Oh, Stefano, two Neapolitans escaped!
Oh, prithee, do not. Turn me about, my stomach is not constant.
These be fine things, and if they be not sprites, that's a brave god and bears celestial liquor. I will kneel to him.
How didst thou escape? How camest thou hither? Swear by this bottle how thou camest hither. I escaped upon a butt of sack, which the sailors heaved overboard, by this bottle, which I made of the bark of a tree with mine own hands, since I was cast ashore.
I will swear upon that bottle to be thy true subject, for your liquor is not earthly.
Here, swear then how thou escapedst.
Swum ashore, man, like a duck. I can swim like a duck, I'll be sworn.
Here, swear to that, kiss the book. Though thou canst swim like a duck, thou art made like a goose.
Oh, Stefano, hast any more of this?
The whole butt, man. My cellar is in a rock by the seaside where my wine is hid. How now, mooncalf, how does thine ague?
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
Out of the moon, I do assure thee, I was the man in the moon when time was.
I have seen thee in her, and I do adore thee.
Come, swear to that. Kiss the book. I will furnish it anon with new contents, swear.
By this good light, this is a very shallow monster. I feared of him, a very weak monster, the man in the moon, a most poor, credulous monster.
I'll show thee every fertile inch of the island. I will kiss thy foot. I prithee, be my god.
By this good light, a most perfidious and drunken monster. When God's asleep, he'll rob his bottle.
I'll kiss thy foot and swear myself thy subject.
Come on then, down and swear.
I shall laugh myself to death at this puppy-headed monster. I can find in my heart to beat him.
Come, kiss.
But that the poor monster's in drink, an abominable monster.
I'll show thee the best springs. I'll pluck thee berries. I'll fish for thee and get thee wood enough. A plague upon the tyrant that I serve. I'll bear her no more sticks, but follow thee, thou
A most ridiculous monster, to make a wonder out of a poor drunkard.
I prithee, let me bring thee where crabs grow, and I, with my long nails, will dig thee pig nuts. Show thee a jay's neck, and instruct thee how to snare the nimble marmoset. I'll bring thee to clustering filberts, and sometimes I'll get the young scamels from the rock. Wilt thou go with me?
I prithee you, lead the way without any more talking. Trinculo, the queen and all our company else being drowned, we will inherit here. Here, bear my bottle, fellow Trinculo. We'll fill him by and by again.
Farewell, master. Farewell, farewell. A howling monster, a drunken monster.
Oh, brave monster, lead the way.